Hello everyone, it's Michelle, the stamp booker, and I am here. I'm back with my first process video of 2026, and I am joining Brianna Spores with her Stamp and Stencil Savvy Hop, and I'm a little late to the party, but I am participating. Now, I have this photo of my mom and me from 2014. I'm kind of trying to work through 2014. And our task this month is to stamp or stencil florals. So I found this photo of her and me. I thought, sure, I can add florals to that. But then I had to find paper that kind of coordinated with these bright colors that she and I are wearing. So I came across this Just Be You that I got at Tuesday morning, and I got it for $6. I've never cut into it, and it comes with 12 papers and a sticker sheet. The theme is about, it's just real inspiring, like, you can do this, she believed she could, so she did, just be you. So this doesn't exactly go with just a photo of my mom and me, but I did go through and I found some papers that I liked. Here's that sticker sheet. Such a pretty collection. So this is what I landed on. This heart is already, all the work is done for me, right? And then I thought I would mat it in this color that just happens to match Close to My Heart's smoothie really well. So I can just put it here. Now then I decided I would like to stitch around the heart, and I went through all of my embroidery floss, and I do not have a color that matches this smoothie. I do not have this color green. So I'm gonna go with blue. A navy-ish blue. This is a pretty dark navy, but that's what I decided. Now, I am also, one of my goals this year is to work my way through my abundance stamp sets, almost all from Close to My Heart. I was a consultant for a long time, and I have a bunch of stamp sets that I've never used, or I've used just barely. So I decided at first I could stamp on white cardstock and then cut it out, but I just didn't think that was very pretty. So then I stamped on, I found some paper. So this is smoothie, this is honey butter, it matches pretty well. And then I don't have this exact color green, but this is julep. So I have stamped a bunch. I also stamped Enjoy the Little Things, and This Makes Me Smile. I could have stamped some of these flowers, but I just stamped this one, and this one, and this one, and then these two leaves. I could have stamped this one, and this one definitely in the actual colors instead of in black. I didn't feel like coloring in the flowers like with markers or pencils or watercolors, so I just stamped straight on the colored cardstock. And I have a bunch of colored cardstock from Close to My Heart, so this makes me happy to use it up. So let me take this, and then I was going to mat this in blue since I'm going to frame the photo in the blue. Let me just find, I have two I haven't decided on. See, I have this floral, and then I also have, let's see, there's another blue in here, not the constellations. Yeah, there's 12 papers, but that means like 24 different designs. Oh, it's a lot. And let me see if would my Keep It Simple epoxy circles fit on this. They're a little big. So when that happens, I do sometimes still cut them out, and then I back them with a 1-inch circle of a coordinating color. I may not do that today, but I will be doing that with this at some point. So I have these two, and when you mat it, like these dream catchers, you really can't even tell what it is, right? And then a lot of times I will go ahead and gut these papers a 1 inch on all sides in case I want to use them as a border for something else. So instead of, like if I choose this, instead of cutting it here, I will gut it and then I will use the inside. I try to plan ahead because I really like framing my photos with paper. Now I will definitely gut this as well. So I will I have stamped and cut out some things, so let me kind of show you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to put the photo somewhere around in here in this bottom right. And then I do have the sticker sheet that I'm not sure how much I'm using, but I thought about putting "Enjoy the Little Things." That would be my title. I did have a cluster down here, so we're not going to use that one. And then I do have this one. Let's see. It's kind of bottom heavy with these two the same color. And then after I stamped all these out, I realized that this color is peach. And I do have some scraps of it, plus whole sheets, so, and it's two-toned. So I probably will take some time and stamp a few out of this as well to give another color. And in case you're wondering, I store all of my paper from Close to My Heart in vertically, kind of like a file box. I got it from IKEA. I could show you sometime if you're interested. But I save all of the tiny scraps, and I usually store them like this. So these are stapled on. It's the tab punch, I think, from We Are Memory Keepers, and then a label. And yeah, so this keeps me from having to cut into a brand new piece of peach cardstock, and that may be why I have so much cardstock, is that, oh, hello, Freddie. Hold on. I have this put down, put a little temporary adhesive on the back of the frame, and then use my Close to My Heart Versamat. And then I use some of this tape from Scrapbook.com, and I should have recorded it, but I pull it so it sticks out just a little ways on each side, and then I center it. Okay, ended up matting this with the, oh, it's even upside down. Maybe I should turn that. Matted it with the dream catchers. Yeah, even though you won't know it's dream catchers, I just don't want it upside down. Okay, so I have this left over, which is nice. And let's see. I went ahead before I started the original video and I stamped a bunch of everything so that I would have lots to work with. And also, in case you are not aware, it's good, like for a design like this, instead of taking a 1/2 inch off of two sides, I went ahead and did a 1/4 off of each side so that the heart would remain centered. All right, let's see, what all do I have here? It's interesting, this background is kind of a beigey color. It's definitely not white. And I thought that I had cut out one of the, oh, here we go, here's a green one. Put the green one down here. And then I still need to stamp some in the peach, so would you like to watch me stamp? Let me stamp a little bit. Okay, so you can either stamp with this sponge layer underneath your paper, or you can turn the Versamat over. This is my older one. I'm kind of embarrassed. This is when the cat was younger and it kind of attacked it. Okay. So the large stamp, I use this size block. I'll go ahead and stamp a couple of them. And I'll just keep all these extras with this collection. And I do have some Easter photos where I'm wearing this corally color, and I'm thinking that I will use it for that too, even though it's still not an Easter theme. More of this one, and then it's just fussy cutting out. So I'm going to come back after a fussy cut and make 3 clusters of flowers. I will be back. Okay, so I have things kind of laid down. Let me bring it up to the camera. And nothing is stuck down because I need to do my stitching. So I'm going to take a photo of this so I can remember where it approximately all goes. And then I will come back with the stitching done. Okay, I am back and I have finished stitching. This is not the pretty side. This is the pretty side. And after I did the outline of it, I talked to my friend Tara and I was like, so would you do the inside? And she, of course, said she would. So then I was like, well, then I have to. Now, see, I stitch a little bit loose. Some of these I need to reinforce with some tape. It's still a little bit loose. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't want to undo it. It's a little better. Okay, so I have my photo. And so I didn't stitch in a few places because I knew the photo would cover it up, right? Now I'm going to put some fun foam on the back. I like the thickness of fun foam. I think that it's perfect and it's cheap, right? All right, so I never attach fun foam with dry adhesive because I have found that it does not stay for me. I live in a dry climate. I don't know if that makes a difference. Now I'm just going to put it in the center because I am going to tuck the flower clusters underneath. And I'm going to use T-square to make sure it's straight. All right. Let's turn it this way. Make sure it covers up. Okay, up there. All right. I'll just, there we go. Don't need that anymore. All right, so I thought I would do a voice over this part where you're just watching me figure out my clusters and then gluing them down, and we could chat for a little bit. And I appreciate you having grace with me. I haven't made a process video in about a month, and I don't always do voiceovers, and so I'm out of practice. Let's just say that I'm out of practice. So I want to know how many of you have used this collection and what did you scrap with it. It's technically 10 years old since it says it came out in 2016. And like I said, I bought it at Tuesday morning and I am just now breaking into it. I only spent $6 on it, so I don't know why I'm being chinchy with it. Is that a word I shouldn't use? I don't know. I'm sorry if I did, but I don't know. I'm trying to be so frugal with it. I think it's just in my nature. But anyway, so just so you know, I will be adding some journaling in the bottom right, but I will wait till I am off camera so that I can look at the photo, the date, and then I'll look at the metadata and see when it was taken. So what time of day. That will tell me if this was on the way to Kermit or on the way home. And what I found out is that it had to have been on the way home. It was at 6:30 p.m. and I believe the event we attended was in the afternoon. So it was a 50th wedding anniversary celebration for my aunt and uncle. And it was about 200 miles away. So 400 miles round trip. Oh, and right here, I forgot that little yellow embellishment would be going over the photo, and I'd already popped the photo up with fun foam, so I had to cut that back, the part that was going to go over the photo. So yeah, be sure and look to the end for the journaling, and I plan on using this collection again with some photos of Easter, I believe from 2023. I am wearing coral colored pants, and so I think it'll work really well, but I will have to pull out my stamps to make some more Easter-ish embellishments. And then I really do need to use this collection for what it was intended, maybe about some of my home-based businesses I have done, maybe trips to convention or meetings that I have hosted or booths that I have had. I used to be a pretty big go-getter with stuff, and now I just kind of want a scrapbook. But that does need to be documented, I believe. So anyway, I hope that you will go and check out the playlist that I will list down below with everyone playing along for this hop called Stampin' Stencil Savvy, hosted by Brianna Spores. And I probably never even mentioned it, but this month our focus was on florals. And I've watched almost everyone's videos, and there are some great videos and lots of ideas. So, it's a great educational hop, really, of how to get more use out of your stamps and your stencils. So be sure and check that out. And anyway, I'm also wondering what everyone's scrappy goals are this year. Mine is to work on this 2014 album. I'm thinking about doing a month in review monthly layouts to add to it. And this whole 2014 started when Lisa Brooks at Life and Layouts challenged us to do the scrapbooking on the dark side, and so to fill in the gaps of years. So that is what I'm hoping to do. I picked it just this random year when it was 2024, and I thought, okay, 10 years back. Now it's the beginning of 2026, and yeah, I am slowly making my way through it, but I hop around a lot. So I need to focus on it. Plus, I am determined to start on my daughter and son-in-law's wedding album. So if you'd like to see that come together online, let me know. And now I'm just putting those enamel dots on. So anyway, I appreciate all of my subscribers, new and old, and I hope that you'll come back next time. Have a scrappy day. Bye-bye.